When playing an MMORPG, it all starts with your class. Your class choice determines how much joy you'll get from the game. Some prefer dealing damage and wiping enemies off the screen, others prefer sneaky invisibility gameplay. Some prefer I'm a healer, don't kill me please. There are no good or bad classes, just the one that fits you, or a few if you like. I don't want to provide a full hero review discussing each ability in detail and showing all mastery tree talents. No, the purpose of this video is to show the core principles each hero was built upon and talk about their potential in the endgame. If you are struggling to decide which hero to choose when starting Corepunk, this video will give you a solid initial understanding. Later, if you want, you can learn more details about the hero you choose. Once other classes are released, I'll make a separate video for them and link it in the pinned comment, so don't forget to check that too. Let's start. Here's how classes work in Corepunk. Hero skills are fixed. It's not like Albion where you get different skills based on what you equip. These skills scale with certain types of stats. For example, the Legionary's Q ability damage scales with the amount of attack power and armor stats the Legionary possesses. The game encourages you to increase certain stats for certain classes, but it's not required. You can equip any gear and stats you want. Want to be a tank playing ranger? Technically, you can. Just equip artifacts for health, armor and magic resist, add aggro generation chip to a weapon, and you're set. However, if hero skills don't scale with the heal stats, you can't heal, at least not with the heroes we have right now. Maybe more flexible heroes or systems will come later. The skill mechanics themselves also encourage you to perform a certain role. If you use the Destroyer Sword Swing that deals massive damage around you, the game encourages you to play as a DPS. But if you use a similar defender skill with less area and damage that taunts enemies you hit, the game encourages you to play as a tank, bruiser, or whatever you want to call it, as long as you make use of the skill's advantages. Besides fixed skills, heroes have a fixed skill improvement tree. This provides even more opportunities to be flexible in terms of what role you'd like to perform. I'm going to mention it from time to time in this video, calling it the Mastery Talent Tree or simply MTT. So I'd like to go through tanks, DPS and healers in that order when describing heroes, but remember you are not restricted. At the end of the video I'll mention my favorite one that I've played the most, so stay tuned. The best tank is the Legionary. No matter what you upgrade in the Mastery Talent tree, your armor and magic resist will increase. The Legionary's passive ability boosts your armor and magic resist by a percentage as you attack. You can taunt enemies, slow them and save your teammates by throwing them away from danger. This class can equip heavy shields, providing even more armor and magic resist, plus a chance to block incoming damage. Still, the game lets you go for damage with certain MTT improvements like ranged attacks. Defender also has a shield, passive also increases armor and magic resist. But there is a big focus on taunting enemies and redirecting incoming damage from allies to yourself. Can perform as a decent damage dealer with combo attack MTT improvements and great mobility. Can cover teammates with a dome like Anduin in Heroes of the Storm. We are slowly shifting towards DPS related classes. Destroyer, two-handed sword, no shield. There isn't much to say about him. He is a melee hero with the most damage in the game, especially valuable in endgame activities because of his massive area damage. Can spin like Juggernaut from Dota or Samura from HOTS. If you are the person who just wants to go in the center of the battle and watch enemy health bars drop by half every second, this hero is for you. Possesses a very powerful MTT improvements which pulls enemies around Destroyer towards him. Infiltrator. You know, there are always these sneaky players in different MMORPGs who prefer to strike enemies from behind while invisible. No offense, I'm one of them. Different MTT improvements provide one-shot gameplay opportunities. What's usually common for such classes is mobility, but that's not the case here. Instead, you get a lot of control, slowing and rooting enemies. The Infiltrator has interesting mechanics like throwing blades which, when improved, open up a different type of playstyle where enemies can't reach you and you slowly chip away at their health bar. Let's move on to ranged heroes. Guess the name of the first one? You get everything you'd expect from this class. Bow, arrows, more arrows. Great mobility, decent control, and can deal damage as both physical and spell power DPS. Rangers are the most desired and comfortable hero for PvE and game activities, not just because of the class itself, but because the game's skill-based combat system favors staying at range and keeping your distance. The second ranger is Blast Medic, our first healer. Very balanced, great heals and shields without needing to stand still, has mobility to escape. Drawn ultimate that works both offensively and defensively. Tired of healing? No problem. Can play as a spell damage caster or become a mini machine gun with attack speed chips. The second healer is Shaman, my favorite hero. The number of roles you can perform and builds you can use is incredible. You can be an auto-attack DPS machine, a lightning strike spell power destroyer, or a tank with totem support. And obviously, you can be a healer with hidden totems and an ultimate that turns lightning strike into hidden ones. Two distinct traits define this class. Totems and the wolf that greatly support you in battle. Sometimes the totem becomes the centerpiece of your entire build. I've played hundreds of hours with this hero and never gotten bored because it's so versatile. And that's all for the classes currently available in the game. Many heroes are prepared for the future, like a dwarf with turrets, a minigun hero, and pure spellcasters like Pyromancer or Warlock. But we'll only see them once developers address high priority tasks. I left a link in the description where you can learn more about both released and planned heroes. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. This wasn't an in-depth guide, but I hope you gained a solid initial understanding of each hero. There are plenty of other videos on the channel covering different parts of the game, feel free to check them out. I'd also love to invite you to visit my Twitch channel from time to time. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video.